Yeah, you see that there's a lot of changes that have happened. Hi, Shady. Unfortunately, there are no saves. So we'll have to continue or restart the campaign. We will still be playing Germany. We'll still be starting in the 1900s because just... fuck 1890. They're not fun to play with. Hard AI. Basically, because it updated to a new beta build that changes on how the saves are... that has done something to the save system again. The saves are now gone. It happens. It's not that bad. There's probably a way that I can restore it somewhere, somehow. Actually. I was actually right. I just went to the wrong folder here. Nope. It has entirely overwritten the folder and thus deleted the other one. Which, again, fair. How long is an average campaign? I mean, it depends. Again, if I wasn't playing on the beta build, this wouldn't have happened. I knew exactly that could happen. So, you know. If I was playing on the normal build, the new update could have broken it, but the new update is also not out yet. So, you know. It's not the question I asked, though. I don't know how long you can play a campaign for. Like, the last campaign that I played was like 20 hours or something like that. You can spend a lot of time in a campaign. I don't want historical, I want a random AI on the enemy. Create my own. Select them, I guess. I still haven't actually finished or made any AI shared designs. I guess I'm gonna just pick the save slot number 1. So yeah, I did lose a few hours of work. But at the same time, it's not that bad. What will be kind of annoying, though, is the fact that I now don't actually have the fleets and everything that I've prepared before. And thanks to the fact that we don't have as much choice in everything, basically XCOM approach, I don't know what you mean. Well, also the longest thing about this game is always starting a save file, because as you can see down there, in the right corner next to me, it's currently going through months of the year. Didn't even finish watching the last stream. Lost a few hours of progress, eh? Gatecrash is fun anyway. I mean, it's not like that. The thing is, I really like building ships, and, you know, the ship building is the main feature of the game. Or do you mean the last stream of Ultimate Admiral, or what do you mean, Bakasura? I'd say hello. How are you doing today? I can tell you that yesterday's GFL stream, I see. I mean, well, I stream every day. You just gotta decide what you want to watch and what you don't. Or be there every single day. About 3/4 through. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Story of GFL is really good, actually. Which is a thing that I didn't get into the game because of good story, but that's what kept me playing it. Because the thing that made me get into the game, which is illegal. What is illegal? playing GFL? Liking GFL? Get your story to be good. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, they really shouldn't be as good as they are at times. Yeah, basically the main thing that happened last week. Actually, you probably did see it. I don't know. Unfortunate that we have to redesign ships, and they will not be very different because we don't have great hulls to pick from. Instead, he wanted to watch a friend play Titanfall 2 because he wanted to see them cry about you backwards. You wanted to see them cry about you backwards? What? I don't know what that sentence means. I genuinely do not. The Thailand command is called BT. Ah, I see. That makes at least a little bit of sense. 2, Citadel. No, we will have to just, hang on, I remember something. We had some fairly sizable guns here. Was it 11-inch? I think it was 11-inch. They did a good job about making you care about the bot and then killing it. Spoilers, I actually haven't played the game and I was thinking about doing that eventually, maybe. Nah. Which one was it? It's your own fault for not playing it. I do own the game, because it was free at some point. Pretty sure this is not the tower that we had. That doesn't seem right to me. Pretty sure we had 11-inch guns on here, though. I am very certain that we had a tower with this shape. That's what my understanding is. I mean, yeah. But that doesn't mean that I have the time for playing this stuff. Oh, it's the beam, isn't it? Probably as long as we've been undulled. It is not the beam that is causing it. Oh. Listen, let's not talk about that. It hasn't fixed anything. This being the only one that I can place here. And again, I'm pretty sure that we didn't use this one. We used a different one. It'll work, though. It'll work. We're not trying to recreate the same ship again, though it would be funny if we did. No, we're just building another ship here. At least balance out the front tower with a better rear tower. I remember that we needed all the big faults we can get. Apparently not. Oh, apparently not. Interesting. I do remember about having 5 inches on the side here, though. Take the other one and put it through the wash on high heat. I'm sure that will work out fine. Can't really use that one without blocking ourselves. Caps, soft caps. Increased HE, increased AP. Give me a stereoscopic rangefinder for this battleship. Go on to fit some case maker. Actually, I should probably fix the armor first, things foremost. Super Check Army, you were playing some pod lately, and you got a stupid amount of it, so around 145 millimeters, or 5.6 to 5.8 inches of it at 1940. I mean, the ship basically immune at all, to all 8 inches and lower AP and HE. When do you get alien ships? Never. So at max 2 partial pens and double-digit damage and kill 1 crew. Oh well. Let's say like this. Superstructure damage will not hit you devastatingly and absolutely end your life. I do not care about superstructure. There you go. You do not agree with me, but you don't have to agree with me, so... Let me quickly check about that chance to just go up in flames. Ballista is meta. Flashfire striking chance. At least allegedly better. 17 kilometers range on those things. That is a little bit worse though. Germany unlocks spaceship as 1939, the rest of the world doesn't. If only, my friend, if only. I think we had like 3 inches here. Which we calculated with the armor quality of plus 80%, basically made us immune to all AP shots that they could fire from fairly big guns. Yeah. 6 inches of inner belt. No, that's too heavy. We could probably raise this one down to 13 inches. Explains Nazis on the dark side of the moon. Of course. Of course. 10 kilometers, that's good enough. Gives a tell them that's a problem, it reduces accuracy quite massively. Oh well, it happens. You will not convince me. You will not convince me. I will not do that. Everybody has their own ways of playing the game, right? And not everybody has to agree with the way that other people play the game. That's just the way it is. I think this was something like 9%. 9.5 even. Yeah. Also seems to reduce fire chance and damage. Fire, if you die to fire, something is horribly wrong with your design. Let's say it like this. I've never had a single ship of mine die to fire. Like, that's just extremely bad at that point. It's fine, it's fine. Don't worry about it, Classic. It's a bit of bickering. It's nothing serious. How much range do these things have? 9.4 kilometers. Or did I have 6 inches here? Can I fit 6 inches there? I can't. Never mind. But then I at least want to keep it a common caliber, which doesn't actually matter, but, you know, I would like to imagine that maybe it helps with logistics. It probably doesn't, though. What do you do with your monkey TV? No. No monkey. Illegal. That was the wrong one. And we are already overweight, but I can change that after moments. I think we have like a maximum of 7%, yep. Which brings us exactly up to 10 kilometer range. 10.1. Gonna ask me when you played. I don't know what COT is, by the way. Like KOTH. I do not know. Do not understand. Okay, that is a range decrease of about 2,000. King of the Hill. Okay, that's fair. Probably get away with 2 fore and aft deck here. That makes us light enough, which is pretty nice. Ship designs get kind of cheese. I mean, it's fine. This does not need to be that thick. The top should at least be 3 inches, I think. That's fine. I would like this to be a bit thicker as well, at 5 inches. Seems okay. It can be called a Heimdall, it doesn't matter. Eventually watched King of the Hill. Same. I don't think he was talking about the show either, though. So main guns, some trusty 8 inches. On these terrible fucking cruisers. So 25 inches of armor on belt and 20 inches on deck. I mean, that's just completely stupid. Right? I mean, the fact that you can get away with that is just dumb. King of the Hill, and you must say it's not your favorite TF2 game out. Another admittance that I have to make. Never played TF2. Not once. Never wanted to. Either. So, you know. Can go to Steam and one. I don't think we had these on the start of the last campaign. I might be wrong, though. 50% on this big funnel. If I go with the 3 of the ones that will support the speed. So 3 of these would support the speed. That's still heavier than 2 of these. Surprising. Can definitely shuffle some stuff around to fix that forward offset, but it looks kind of dumb. Casemates. Well, 4 inches on this. You know what? I'm gonna standardize on the caliber here. And just have all the same caliber. Okay, no more mounts for any guns. Unless I can figure out where I can put another turret. Theoretically, I can put one here. Practically, I will not be able to put that there because I'm going to increase the length of the barrels. This is going to substantially increase the weight of the ship. I think we had anti-flop too. Yes, we did. Standard ratio, increased HE, soft capped and capped. Ballistite and... we might actually be able to stay with the gun cotton. You know, we're going to take that risk. It's not a big risk, but it's a risk. I want this to be at least 8 inches. I can tell you that much already. 4 and aft, 3 and 2.5, and 2.5. 12 inches for the conning tower, and 0.5 for the superstructure. The citadel, I want the first inner deck to be as thick as possible. The inner belt, at least 4 inches. Seems to be going well. How much range do we have on these? 7.1. We probably need the full 7% on both casemates and the other one to get up to 10 kilometers. The casemates can't even go to 10 kilometers. Team Fortress 2 is TF2, while Titan Fortress 2... TF2 is already taken. Yeah, sort of. I mean, it's kind of... yeah. I wonder now. Can you put a small gun... like, that could be kind of a neat concept, putting a small gun over there. Or could you put a small secondary gun, like a 2-inch single gun, onto the superstructure here? Maybe even a... no, the 4 inches is too big. 3 inches, I think, is going to be the biggest thing we can put up there. No, not even that works. That's unfortunate. So, we can actually put extra 2 inches on this thing. After I fix the armor of the turrets. Because, That is... I mean, 9 inches front. It's 5 inches, 4.4 inches front. So I guess I argue that it should be case sensitive and we call Titanfall 2 Tier 2 with a small F. What the fuck? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Man. What is the range on an 8-inch guns, actually? I should check that. 12.6 kilometers. Not terrible. We had dumber things, but it's up there. It's definitely up there. Can I put double turrets there? Oh man, that looks funky as hell. I kind of like that. It's kind of stupid, not gonna lie, but I like the look of it. Now, the 2 inches are not great. Don't get me wrong. They have absolutely no penetration. They will be doing something to torpedo buds, though, so that's nice. Could we? We could. What's the 2-inch reload at this point? 8.7 seconds. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Maybe a single gun? No, I can't. Could put single guns up here. The dual gun is too big, it seems. For both of those spaces. That one could work if I put the smaller superstructure there, but no, that's not. Work for you, since you don't capitalize your words unless I'm making an emphasis. Yep, same. I just don't use, yeah, that at all. Secondary guns, 2 inches. How many rounds per minute do you have? That's a 5-second reload for this gun. They actually have surprisingly good firing arcs as well, because they're above the 4 inches. So they don't interfere with them. That's actually kind of nice. So you can't get any funkier. Got it. Yeah. I mean, it's already pretty funky. It's a heavy cruiser. This thing all... Oh, we could have totally done that with the same thing with a battleship. Well, that's not a good name for this. Let's go with that again. We had it last time. We have it this time. This time it's on it. No, you know what? That's also not right, because it just doesn't seem right to name it. To name a ship that's obsolete the moment that it goes into service. That. I need a name. A cruiser name. Usually name... You know what? This thing is obsolete the moment that it exists and will be disappearing into the shadows the moment I get a better CA hull, so, you know, I think it's pretty fitting. Now, let me see if I can... I'm way ahead of you, Bakasura. I'm way ahead of you. Oh, on this one I can put a 3 inches there. That's very nice. Not 4 inches though, but 3 inches though. Oh, that's a big forward offset. That is some funky gun setups. These ones will actually be more capable as well. Now, this thing is immediately overweight again because of, you know, weight. This actually needs to change because we have a massive forward offset. 4.5. Probably get away with 8 inches of barbets. 12 inches of turret fronts. 12 inches of that. Yeah, because it's too... I mean, yes. I actually have another idea that I could do. Because... it gives me 43%. We used that one just now. This will be sad. Yeah, that's very sad. That's very slow. That's so slow. Pain. It gives us 200 tons to play with, though. Which is definitely not enough to enhance rid of. Oh, it is. Interesting. That saves some weight, but lets us explode a little bit easier. That's actually fairly good for secondaries. Can I put a single 3 inches there? Game doesn't let me. I could theoretically put one there, but that will interfere with that 5-incher. Oh. Now that's very nice. Any places for a 2-incher single? A 2-incher single would fit in there. However, while we do have some weight left over, remember that we want to increase the 3 inches weight by length by maximum. And figure out how much bigger than 3 inches we can make them before they interfere with anything. Which is 3.2 inches. Okay, what's the range on these things now? 7 kilometers on the single, and about 7 kilometers on the doubles. That's not actually too bad. This thing will actually be able to handle itself fairly well against small ships, I think. Now, the penetration is not great, but it's fine. We can call this the Schwab and delete the Heimdall because we don't need that. I prefer actually something that can defend itself against over something that is just not good. None of them are good, actually, but, you know. Pain. Suffering. I think this hull... I don't like any of these light cruiser hulls, they're all terrible. This is technically a light cruiser, because of its gun caliber. This is very much it's a gunboat ship that is very reminiscent of the St. Louis, which has guns everywhere. Basically what you do here is casemate guns. 3 inches? Yeah, no, this all sucks. 3 inches? Why would you put 76s in there? I'd have expected 152s, which is 6 inches. The fuck, man. Yep, that's fine. Go over there. Then crop armor, double bulkheads, and everything the best I can put in there. Tell me the bad news. Yep, that's some bad news, alright. That's a bad news, alright. I do remember, though, that we basically had the... Oh, that's surprising. Yeah, that's fine. I could make this faster, by the way, and use smaller funnels by putting it to induced boilers, which will give us one benefit and lots of downsides. some of the downsides will actually kind of nullify themselves. Like, the boiler weight doesn't matter, like, all of the weights doesn't matter, the cost doesn't really matter because of the fact that we're going to save on funnels. But the smoke interference is something that we do not have a way to nullify. The benefit, though, would be that with this, we could basically gain, like... Okay, no. Actually, not that much more. Never mind. That's not that much more. Now then, for the main guns. I want at least 5 inches. Maybe we can even go 6 inches. If we increase the beam... 6,500. Can I just... Nope. Okay. There's the thing. Well, I have increased the beam, I've decreased the ship size, so now we can fit less guns on it anyway. It did not matter. So, beam 0 and 6,500. There we go. It kind of equals each other out, and at that point, what's the point? We can go 5 inches. Five inches are very nice. How far back can I place this? This far. Not very far. Main guns, 5 incher. You see, these light cruisers are also a thing that I want to replace ASAP. They're just not good. This type of hull for light cruiser is just ass. Terrible. Definitely want a line layer. Ballistic and gun cotton, 4% flash fire chance, that's pretty okay. Range of 8 kilometers. Actually, we can increase that by changing this type of shell, 9.4. 5% extra length. Oh, why are you now badly placed? Interfering with each other somehow. Actually, this placement is way better anyway. That doesn't look as funky either. Very good. Now we can have some fun with some casemate 3 inches. Now we've had our fun with some casemate 3 inches. I could actually place less than I thought I would be able to. No superstructure guns. No real place for secondaries. That is not a great placement. That would interfere with the main guns. There's a potential spot for 3 incher. What about 2 inches? Any placements I can put them, like in the superstructure or something? Nope. Absolutely nothing. Well, 3 inches, 7% on both the casements and the other one. Now for the armor. What can we go for? 6 inches. Okay. Main deck 3, 4.5, 2.5, which is actually thicker than a battleship. Gotta keep that in mind. 12 inches, well, as much as I could, I guess. 0.5. First inner deck. As thick as possible. First main builds as thick as possible. We are actually doing fairly well on weight. I can fit this. Interesting. Very interesting. Now, what is the rate of fire on these guns? 7.5 seconds for the 3 inches, 7.8 seconds for these guys, 24 seconds for the 5 inches. Not too great, but not too terrible either. It's still a light cruiser and it has a lot of guns. It has 5 guns that I can shoot per side. We could definitely increase this by using smaller guns. 4 inches. They are actually fairly small. Actually, I don't think that changes that much. Maybe we should use a different main tower. But still has the same design limitation. We could probably use this tower. We can't make it super firing, which would be pretty funny, because we don't have any barbettes unlocked. But, hey. I think maybe 4 inches aren't a terrible idea. Actually, the range sucks on 4 inches. Probably the biggest issue. They will have a higher rate of fire, that's guaranteed. What do we do? What do we do? Can increase the range on our 5 inches. A little bit more. 7% is the maximum extra weight, extra length, which gives us 11.5 kilometers range, which is not too terrible. Leaves us with 12 tons of leftover weight, but I think increased HE, increased HE. We don't have many secondaries, we only really have the barbettes. But I think that's fine. That's the Dresden. From here on, it's gonna all go downhill, because we are down to the destroyers, and as you might remember from the last time, these are terrible. We don't have a new class of destroyer or anything, it's still the same old, and they suck. But TP, why do they suck, you might ask? Well, here's the thing. The fact that we actually have the researchers that we do might make them not as terrible as beforehand. But the weight limitations are insane. Especially because we would need 3 funnels of this if I went with this. If I use induced boilers, we can get away with small ultra smalls, I think. Two ultra smalls. Not great. Not great. Now we can have dual torpedo tubes. That also seems fairly different. How does that interfere with the other torpedo tube? What do you mean? Yes, I know. There we go, that works apparently. That gives us a bit more torpedo power than we had last time, because the last time we only had like 3 single tubes. Wasn't great. The main guns like to go 5 inches, but they're probably way too heavy. I can actually put up a bet on here, which is a nice surprise. Can I fit a small babette up here somewhere? No. Can't fit one here, though. We have some off-grid all set. We have a good engine power. We might actually be able to get 32 knots out of this. Not with the weight. Uh, 31.4? What was it at? 31.2. Oh well. We'll fix the overweight in just a sec. Actually, we're gonna make it worse first. Hang on a minute. I see. Yeah, 0.5 at most. Conning tower would be nice to have more, but that's not gonna help much here. Ballistite and gun cotton. Capped and soft capped. Standard ratio shells because I'm not, actually I could probably go increase HE. Doesn't really matter. Ship is overweight. We could probably go down to 30 knots. Here's the question. Nope. Absolutely not. Absolutely not a possibility. But I guess we can, like, 0.5 everything here. Or maybe not everything. I do actually have to go to AFK for a moment. I will be right back. And I'm very sorry about that. I'll be right back. Hello, hello. I'm very sorry about that. I am back. As we are about to finalize this destroyer, which is definitely not terrible, except it totally is. Really don't like the destroyer designs of this era. But oh well. Oh, that's significantly heavier, and that is too. Okay, that works. Alright. And then a torpedo boat. Of which we'll hopefully not have too many, because they suck even harder than the destroyers. Sure. No. Because I really hate these things. I would need one... Oh my god. I hate them so much. Can I at least make this go 30 knots now? Not quite. This has a final capacity of 6. We have this one over there. This one over here. Takes up less space, weighs less, and gets me over that point. For the same space, I could actually put it like this and get like 35 knots. Except that it's way too heavy at that point. Anyway, well, there's no armor on torpedo boats. Actually, I'm gonna use this hull. It's a little bit bigger, but not much. I want 30 knots. Induced boilers, this, plus mine hunting. Advanced main tower, and... what's this gonna put me at? 51, 62, 79. 16 tons. 2 of these would put me at that same, however, 3 of these would actually have less. Actually, no, slightly more. How about 3 of these? Not quite enough. No. It looks stupid, but it will probably work. Okay, first things first, we need torpedoes. Is this thing that big or are the torpedoes that small? What the hell? Hang on a minute, this thing's about like 50 tons lighter than our destroyer. What the shit? That's kinda nuts. Oh, apparently I can just put it up there, into the hull. Odd. But fair, I guess? Put a gun up there. Put a gun back here. Let me put a 600 back here. If I stagger these torpedo launchers, hang on a minute. It's gonna have the same weight as the other setup, but it's going to be significantly more effective because it can shoot all of the torpedoes over to either side. shuffle everything further back for the offset to be not as awful. Still have a pretty awful forward offset. Can we put a Babette on here? No, we can't. No Babettes on torpedo boats, it seems. Then what if... 2 guns back here. 3 guns back here? Not in this setup, but, you know. Like this? Gives me a bit of an upward offset, but I can shuffle back forward. Well, I'm not a fan of micromanaging these ships, I have to admit. G. This tide and gun cotton. Hands reloading, maybe 16-inch torpedoes. No, that's still slightly too heavy. Let's just shuffle stuff around for the moment. Actually, no. The shuffling is already done. We need to actually lose 2 tons. Okay, how is this saving this little weight? Also ruining our range to 3 kilometers. From, yeah, halving our range, that's kind of not great. 15-inch torpedoes would fit and would make that work, but they're also not going to be very good. I'm going to reload at a reasonable rate with a 1.5 kilometer range. Make them bigger. Gives them more range, more speed, more damage. The easiest way to save weight would be to go like 29.5 knots here, which might allow me to use these funnels actually. Not quite. Maybe 2 of these and one small? Save some more weight. $96.4. Still too heavy though. 29.8. No, 29.5 was the one that definitely worked. 29.7. No. 29.6. No. Why is 29.5 so much lighter? What the hell? That is weird. But hey. We actually have enhanced reloading. Full barreling for the 4 inches, which is 6.5 kilometers, so they will actually be able to fight back against some boats. Lots of torpedoes, which is surprising. At 17-inch size, with a minesweeper. And all these might actually be fairly competent. Surprising. Because torpedo boats suck. Like, genuinely. They're not great. Now, as mentioned last time, I will still keep myself to the rule that I set last time. Which is, I will only build 3 of all classes of battleships or battlecruisers at most. On average is what I said last time. So basically, if I design 2 classes of battleships, and I decide to build one of the one class, I can build 5 of the other. It's an average of 3. But, yeah. Doesn't mean that I'll design some absolute duds. What the hell? Want some bad relations already. But hey, I would like 16 of these. I built these, didn't I? Dumb. I'm very stupid. I built the wrong battleships. Which wouldn't be that much of a problem if it didn't cut into a budget. Now this time around we actually have a lot less ships than last time. However, we also kind of made our ships better than before. So, let's start this campaign. And, yeah. There we go. Sit here. In Central Europe, as Germany. Now, the first thing that we need to do is up our transport capacity. This isn't even, like, a thing that I want to think about, because we need transport capacity at maximum at all times. Second thing, we up the technology budget as far as we can. Then we click next turn. And then we will continue doing that for a while. Until the tech budget has reached maximum, and then we'll up the training as well. The Kiel Canal, the Suez Canal, the Bosporus Strait, the Dardanelles Strait, the Danish Straits, Rezont, Singapore Strait, Strait of Gibraltar are all passable. Very nice. Now we can already try to improve some relations here, because the British Empire is definitely not the ones we want to go to war with right off the bat. Also, I can definitely see that they in fact have changed some stuff about the economy. Everyone has a lot less ships. Now there's still some AI that spams the destroyers and torpedo boats, like the Russians, the Japanese this time around, even the Chinese. But it's a lot more balanced, it seems. Probably just entirely based on the budget. Up the budget of the tech. Research. I want to know. What would I get here? Semi-armored cruiser 2. That's a light cruiser, I think. In 4 months. 4 months is pretty good. DD up to 900 tons of displacement doesn't really do much for us. High construction is a thing that I would like to focus on, because this is something that will give us some very good stuff. However, for the moment, I think we should just continue. Our naval precision has increased, so that probably means that we've succeeded. Fire control. Okay. It wasn't a big success, but it was a success. Next turn. Now, at the moment our economy will... Now that's quick. The Russians are going to war immediately. Austro-Hungarian Empire attacks on the Montenegro. Okay. And why are the Japanese at war? What just happened? Okay, that was very fast. We are in the second month of the campaign, and there's a war between 3 nations going. Interesting. Very interesting. Up the tech budget. Now, we're not that hated by most of the enemies. Our shipping companies began to complain about additional restrictions of the Spanish Empire when passing the Suez Canal. What should we do? Honestly... Well, make an official protest. Improved radio telegraph. Good. That has failed, but oh well. That's a lot of ships immediately leaving the sea. A lot of them French and American. What are they doing? France is almost at war with Austria as well. Austria might be the one that's getting screwed this time around. America, on the other hand, is kind of neutral towards everyone, except Russia. Interesting. Up the tech budget.
We are going to understand if we want to live in a different world.
Picric acid 1. Alright. That's some 55 million, 43 million. That's very high value territory in inland. The thing is that I can't do anything about that. I would like to, but I can't. Screw up the tech budget. While I look at that new ship design, or ship hull that we got, which is a semi-armored cruiser 2. Does it now get better casemates? No, it doesn't. Kind of not great. These things, I don't think they're very good with 3 inches, so I'm just going to ignore that. Alright then. Why is the monthly balance now lower than before? I don't remember it screwing that up that far. Odd. Okay. Somebody's getting warned. Gun reload time, that's okay. Lines of trade agreements, but not with us, so that's not our income. Politics. Try to improve the relations with Britain again. Britain is immediately increasing the size of the navy, by the way. Naval prestige has risen. Hey, thank you very much for the raid, Big Mac. I'll just give you a shout out. You will have to apologize. I will have to apologize because you're playing Mech Warrior. I didn't actually know that. I have to apologize for one thing, and that is that the campaign that I started last week, because of the new update, has actually been deleted. They changed the economy, and they changed it big time. Like, at the start of the last campaign and the same time period, everyone had like 100 ships. Don't count the British, they've already built a bunch, but right now everybody's hovering around like 60, maybe 70 if they're spamming torpedo boats. Well, last time they had like 120 ships and 60 of them were torpedo boats. So, that is a big change. I can actually check. Yeah, no, the French territory seems to be a lot more balanced as well. The Spanish as well. So no 700 ships anymore. I mean, yeah. I'm wondering, didn't the French have like an island somewhere down here? Yes. Yeah, no. The income has seemingly been fixed because this is 2 million now. With a population of 115 people, that's still seemingly a lot, but at the same time, it's an annual income, so... In the Pacific? In the Pacific, you mean these tiny islands over here? 2 million. That's an English one. 43 million. However, that's also a big island. Oh, you see, that's this entire island chain over here. French Polynesia. And near Cuba. Oh yeah, there. 100 million, but again, that's big islands. The French Antilles and the Virgin... Nope, that's... actually, both of these are in the same area. 100 million. Seems mostly fixed. Like, nobody is also gaining, like, ridiculous GDPs. Except for... I think the French are getting a lot. Actually, not that much. Apparently, we're getting more. The biggest economies are currently France, Britain, and America. However, that's also fairly accurate. You know how to change to color provinces? Actually, no, I don't. How do you change to color provinces? I know that you can hover the mouse over them. But that's all I know. Upper left corner. Upper right corner. Settings? Hold on. General? Left of the book. Oh, the scroll, you mean? Ah! Now that's interesting. That is actually very interesting. I like that. I like that a lot. That makes it a lot easier to see. Thank you very much. That helps greatly. Also tells me that I only have like 1 or 2 colonies. They're not exactly great. Come on. Can I see my income? There we go. Explain more easy. It certainly does. Anyway. We want to increase the finance spending on this research again. Then politics, can I... Nope, I can't. We're slowly repairing our relationship with Britain, which is fair. I'm merely ignoring the Russians right now. They also, literally in the second month of this playthrough, Russia has gone to war with Austria and Japan. Which is odd. Very odd. I'd say easier but more convenient. It's a lot easier to see what belongs to who. Like, in the Russia, China, and everything, that was easy, but in Europe, it's a mess. Trying to figure out what tiny country belongs to who is not easy. Now they can actually just fight each other over there, I don't even care. The only good thing for 1900 is that, for Japan is they have Korea. Oh yeah, that makes it... Actually, in 1930s they still have this. From what I've seen. Because the last time that I played was a 1920s or 1930s Japan campaign. They still had this area. They didn't have Dalian and Port Arthur, I think. I think I captured those. But they did have North and South Korea. Making it easier to see doesn't make the game easier though. Oh yeah. That's, I mean... It makes it a lot easier in, like, a way. Finances. Pull up the spending. Improve relations with Britain again. Just crawling up. Failed this time. When do you plan to stream? Not much longer, honestly. I do have to work tomorrow. And most of the stream so far has been spent building ships. Or creating ships. This is fine. Yeah, usually I stream from 8 till 10. Sometimes I go a little over, but yeah. On the weekends, I definitely stream for longer, but on weekdays, I just can't afford to do that. Very good. Now, I definitely want to pull up the crew training, because 25% crew training is awful. Like, that's not even maintaining your crew, that's bad. Yep, yep. The Ottoman are regaining a lot of territory. So training is the next thing I'll pull up, bit by bit. I would like to have somebody rely on us. Torpedo gyroscope, that's very good. Don't care that you tried to provoke me. Politics, try to crawl up to the British again. We shall continue trying. What's your opinion on the Total War Warhammer game and the mod? I don't play the game. I'm not a Warhammer person myself at all. Like, that is not a game for me. Hey, apparently... Okay, that's very good. What more? I don't know. I was chilling in his chat earlier. I haven't really... I don't really know anything about Total War. And, again, Warhammer just isn't for me, so... Man. They've definitely made the training more expensive. Definitely have. Previously, you could afford to do training with, like... Ooh, I think somebody just... Either we found oil, or somebody got an alliance with us. Finland takes up arms, Russia regains control of something. No, we just got a massive boost of economy, and I don't know why. Weird. But I'll take it. To ramp up our training. The government is interested to know if you could guarantee victory over the Spanish Empire in an upcoming war. It's better to discuss how to improve relations with the Spanish Empire. I think I can afford to do that. Where you basically get World War I and at some point World War II units for the Empire. Interesting. Electric steering gear, I don't know about that. At the moment I'm basically ignoring everyone's provocations and everything. Oh yeah, you can just link it. I turned off most automod features because they annoy the living hell out of me. Which will probably have downsides eventually, but at the moment I'm small enough where I can afford to do that. So, you know. I'll also probably stay small enough to do that. Okay, alliances, however, no alliance with us. Very good. We're improving the relations with the British fast. Like, real fast. Technology advanced. The question is, what did we unlock? At a press conference, journalists asked you a question about the foreign policy of the Spanish Empire's government. What's your answer? The Spaniards have an adventurous policy that often conflicts with our own interests. Spanish Empire's government is reasonable, contributing to the strengthening of relations between our countries. Or you diplomatically redirect the question to the Foreign Policy Department. I mean, we have no unrest. I could do that, but at the same time, we have just raised our influence with them, so we can just lower it a bit again. Keep it at, like, neutral. Alliance and trade agreements, conquered. Resilient defense. Yeah. They pushed back the offensive in the Ukraine. Netherlands cancelled the alliance with the Chinese due to recent negative events that affect their relations. Okay. Interesting. They're still going into the Ukraine, but not effectively. It's the Steam page. Interesting. Interesting. Finances. More money into training, please. We shall focus on getting our economy sorted, and then we shall move on to more. Our country has increased its financial growth and tax income is booming. Our Prime Minister asks your opinion on where to allocate the finances. Of course, spend more on the development of our fleet. I would actually rather increase the GDP than increase the naval budget. Spend on social needs of people would surely appreciate it and support more of the policies, or invested in industry. Could pay a long... yeah, this one is significantly better. You see, if you need the naval budget right then and there, this is not a bad choice. However, the other one gives you a way bigger bonus in the future. Which is very nice. It will, however, cut our budget right now. So we might have to cut back on training this time around. Yes. We are also incredibly badly in the negative now. So let me just grab the finances and pull down the training. This might actually end our run right now. Because the way that it worked beforehand is that you could not really go into the negative with that kind of decision. If I lower this... we can get away with stuff. 2 million. You will get a loan. Yeah, but I don't have to. You see, I have to survive 1 month with this. Given us a branch for where to allocate money and they don't say Gibbs. That's unrealistic. I know, right? However, from here on, we have 111 million of plus, so I can just pull it back up. Pull back the tech budget and that budget. This goes as high as we can pull it. Basically, we're back to what it was before. Now technology is average again because somebody researched something or whatever. But that shouldn't be a problem. Now what do we get here? Light Cruiser 4. That might actually be decent. I don't know what Light Cruiser 4 was. 150 ton displacement. Meh. I need better ships. I really do. I know that I do. At the same time, focused research is actually like a mistake. I'm actually very surprised that we haven't gotten an alliance yet from an AI. But we can work with this still. Advanced technology still. Light Cruiser 4, I want to investigate. Picric Acid 2, that's very good. Also, improved relations with the British. Thank you very much. Ship design, because if we already have a decent light cruiser design, that would be great. It would be even more beneficial to start 1890 to get economy up and running. Kind of. I can't disagree with that. This might actually be a fairly decent design. If I could get it bigger. Like a 9,000 ton or something. Which is bigger than what we can currently build, but if I can get this hull, or maybe even just a 10,000? Like an extra step bigger? However, we can't build anything that big yet, so completely irrelevant for the current moment. But yeah, the problem about an 1890 start is just the fact that if you get into an early war with those ships, that is just painful. 1890s ships are just shit. Like, legitimately, they're awful. They are so bad. And naval prestige just increased, I think. Very good, very good. Increase our spending again. And one more turn. Now another thing that is actually fairly good is that if you have your spending at maximum, you can easily drop it to a lower level and make some money if you urgently need money. Early contact mines 4. Not terrible. Improve relations again. Finances and spend more money. Very nice. Something just happened that dropped us into the negative. I don't know what just happened. Why do we suddenly lose money? And not just a little? We suddenly lost a shitload of money. What the hell happened there? Press accuses you and your staff for delays and disruption of ship construction contracts. What is your answer? The Navy has nothing to do with the corruption caused by politicians. I will conduct a personal investigation and punish everyone who is responsible, which would be good for unrest and everything, but it's not that bad. It is certainly invented by the political parties of the opposition. In fact, the fleet is underfunded due to the difficult economic situation of our country. I'll go for that one. Improve relations with the British. Seems to be a fairly good way to increase naval prestige as long as it succeeds. I'm gonna go a few turns without increasing spending, because what just happened was really weird and I've not seen that happen before. Just a sudden and massive drop in economy. The British Empire sent us a telegraph which clearly threatens us for war, accusing us for the latest harm of incidents in our common borders. How should we respond? Fate is over. That's not something that we want. Although it is cowardice from our side, we must comply as we cannot fight against the British Empire at this time period. I'm trying to improve the relations here, not make them worse. Why? Why? Belgium's new leader is currently considered a threat for German Empire due to some recent mishaps with the shared borders. The tension between the two countries increased dangerously, and a major offensive is expected to be within the next month. I just... Damn. I just almost got these guys into the positive, and now I'm almost at war with France and Britain. On the other hand, if that happens and we actually succeed with an offensive, that could be a good thing. Maybe. Maybe. Pain. Oh, well, that didn't work out. 18-inch torpedo tubes. Yep. Improve relations with the British, then. Maybe that will work. Save up some economy and money. The United States presented to us an ultimatum demanding the extradition of a defector who requests an amnesty from our country. The Minister of Justice asked for your justice, say no. He may share valuable information about the United States. Return them to them. We could not risk more tension. I actually need something... Negotiate to exchange them with something valuable to us. That is actually the best solution here. Merchant cruisers, that's very good. That is good. Also, they said that the offensive was expected to begin within the month. However, nothing happens. Odd. Very odd. Improve relations with the French. That seems to have actually worked out. Very good, very good. Actually lowering the naval, the negative prestige again. That's good. Very good. Good relations with the British. Maybe increase a bit of spending up to like 5 million. I would really like an alliance with someone. Nice, that's a big boost. Politics, and try to do the same with the French. That would be great. It would be great not to be immediately at war with everyone. Russia is actually fairly high up as well, but however they're at war with 2 people already, and I think they've got their hands full. Still confused about what happened there that one time. Final capacity plus, that's very good. No, that failed. Then try to do it with the British again. Good relations. Just gonna keep doing that. Over and over. They're mad about that spike in monthly balance there at one time. That was very random. Now we got some major remodeling capabilities. Mark III 10-inch guns. We don't have any 10-inch guns. However, if only I wasn't stupid and I actually built the correct fucking ship. Because I built the wrong battleship class. We have Heimdalls and not the Schwaben. Which is very annoying. Very, very annoying. That means I do actually have to remodel them. Now, we can probably remodel them to have just as many secondaries as the other one. And maybe we can even keep the speed because of the general weight droppings that we have. For example, Crop 2. That will already be a good thing. Secondary guns, 3 inches, doubles. On that. And backwards. On that. And 3 inches, single. Into the superstructure there. Fit a radio, that's good. 7% extra length for the 3 inches. Honestly, that is surprisingly easy to fit in here. We don't have enhanced reloading, that's why. That does make sense. Black powder is outdated. Now here's the thing. If we switch, there's no way back. Hi, Kalachi. How are you doing? Everything else seems to be doing alright here. We even were able to keep our speed. Can we even increase it? Can. Increase the speed to 90 knots. Still have the same armor. We actually didn't lose anything. We just gained stuff. That's very nice. Welcome back. Still alive, you do, my dude? Yeah. Same here. Quick refits of this class of ship. Which means we could actually delete the Schwaben, which just does the same thing, but, you know. It's the same ship, basically, at this point. Just slightly worse. Okay, the Bielefeld. Which I still hope is gonna be very close to its namesake and just stop existing ASAP. I hate this hub. Why are you badly placed? What? Why are you suddenly badly placed? What the shit? What's the year? 1900. Too big. I guess they are Mark 3s now, and I can't downgrade them to Mark 2s. That's annoying! That's really annoying. Why though? You can't downsize 2 inches, can you? No, you can. I have to make them 1.8 inches for them to fit in there. These ones don't work at all anymore. Apparently they work up there instead. Which is just odd, because there seems to be even less space. Very weird. Single barrel does fit. I don't want there to be a single barrel. You see, these are defenses against torpedo boats. They're not going to do anything to cruisers or the likes. But torpedo boats are going to get absolutely shredded by these. I could even make these smaller and they would still... Actually, they would considerably more effective. If I change the gun cotton against picric acid too. Don't lose much performance here. We did lose some range somehow. The 8-inch guns. Can we get like 3% extra range on these guys? 3%. Oh wait, that's the 4 inches. Sorry, that's the 4 inches. Funny thing is that the casemates shrink if you increase the diameter. What? Wait, what? Nope. At least 103 and above. The 203. Oh, that's 8 inches. I can't actually fit them anywhere. These are the biggest casemates that I actually know. I could put 5 inches, but didn't. If I did... No. The 4 inches have to stay the size that they are. Otherwise they won't fit anymore. Okay. What can we increase here? That's at max, that's at max. Probably increase the main belt. No, I meant to click 9. Maybe 4.5 bell deck to 3. Seems okay. Can actually probably put the aft deck to a little bit more, just to balance out the ship a bit. The thing is, it sounds cool to you as you think about it, but think about this. Because this is a thing that you probably haven't thought about. Would you want to sit there waiting for your friends to redesign a ship? Or, even worse, all of their ships? Think about that one. Because that takes forever. Hey, you would? I doubt it. I actually didn't notice that I unlocked new high explosive shells. That's actually kind of neat. Radio, let's go. Now, there isn't much that I can do to the light cruiser. They already have like guns in every spot I can fit them. I can replace the explosives, I suppose. That's kind of all I can do though. Maybe make them heavy shells. 10.9 kilometer range. Does it actually change range? I don't think it does, right? No, it does actually. It actually increases range. That's what it was. Comes a game of attrition. Who can waste more time in ship design and outlast the enemies? You're not actually wrong. I think that's actually how it would end up. Because this game takes very long. Do I even bother? These things suck so much. I hate the Destroyer of this age. I hate them. Not good. Nope, that's too heavy. Everybody gets a ship designer. Yeah. Have a nice stream. Take care. Have a good night. I mean, I'm not gonna be there for much longer, like maybe 10 to 20 minutes. I'm just gonna quickly remodel these ships, like, whatever, that's basically all I can do to you. Like, unironically, this destroyer has worse armament than... Oh, that's the wrong one. Than this fucking torpedo boat. How? It's like, this is fucking... I didn't even need to do this. I guess I can now put Pickwick Axle on there, and then... I don't know, that's all. Maybe some ballistic shells for some more penetration. Thinking of more like set hull designs and the time to modify ships. At that point, you're losing the draw of the game, right? Like, let's be honest. You and I both play this game to play around with this thing mainly. The combat is fun, don't get me wrong, but this is just the main draw of the game. What range can I get out of these guns? About 8 kilometers. It's not too bad. So, now I actually need to find the money to implement these changes. Which will be difficult, but not impossible. Because with the economy changes that I have made, it's now a little bit more difficult to just do whatever you want. And we definitely want to refit the battleships first. We have 6 million a month. Can we afford this? The refit will cost 1 million per 8 months? That's very cheap, actually. Also, I just noticed that one of our battleships actually has some fairly sizable list of defects. The Kronprinz was entirely made without any, though. That's pretty nice. 8% overweight. What did they do to you? Jesus Christ. Austro-Hungarian Empire is asking a significant financial aid for the short-term naval expenditures, which we can pay from our own funds. In return, a special trade agreement will increase our GDP in the long term. What do you think? How much? 146 million. And to cut to a naval budget. I do think that it's worth it, though. GDP over naval budget. Keep that in mind. Because a higher GDP means that you get more money in the long run. Though it does have, obviously, a bit of a limit. Ship designs. The Heimdall are refitted. The Bielefeld is next. Gotta keep in mind, we have a lot of these. So, gotta not overdo it with the cost here. Actually, that's fine. That is actually fine. Next turn. Anti-submarine early theory. There. Politics. Improve relations with the British, please. The French, they can probably hover around the 70 mark, but, like, I want to go to war with the French eventually. But the British, currently, I don't see a reason for me to go to war with them at all. They might have a lot of economy in their home territory, but most of their territory is somewhere far away, where I can't effectively do anything. Oh, that's where the offensive is. That's weird. A really weird choice. I mean, I guess they were marching into Congo without a lot of effectiveness. We've advanced 2% in there so far. I guess. Also marching straight through some French territory, which might be why they were so mad. Thought we were attacking, like, Belgium itself. Right, we're gonna have to spend an extra month because we're actually overusing our shipyards. Playing a couple of playthroughs as a US 1920, and within like 5 years the British Empire collapses. Yeah. It happens. TNT early mixture. We actually have, again, the ability to build the first... Oh. Okay, they were already at war though. What does that change? Unless they stop being at war? Was there a peace treaty? There was a peace treaty. They stopped being at war. Japan is still at war with them though. I guess improve relations with the French. Well, we can make the first, like, proper battleship of the playthrough. They're not the biggest. And they certainly won't be the fastest. Maybe we can get them to 22 knots. That's a, like, a big push, though. Crop 2, anti-top, double, reinforced bulkhead, Citadel 2, and anti-flood. Now let's see what we can do here. Now, we don't have any barbettes. And I was about to say, that needs to be the other way. We can only build a ship that is 21,750 tons, which is limiting. You give us 39%. You give us 35%. You give us 32%. However, I'm currently still at natural borders. 78%, 71%, 64%. I'm fine with this. Centerline guns, I would like to have 13 inches, but they're very heavy. Side guns, 13 inches. You can shuffle these around. Get some cross deck. Now it would be even greater if we actually had like a single barbette. Oh, we do have a barbette. We can place one barbette. Okay, then we shall shuffle. Then we shall shuffle this around. Push that forward. Give me a medium superimpose for bets. No, that's not actually the bigger one. No, come on. Now that looks fairly imposing for a battleship. This doesn't leave us a lot of weight. Especially since I don't have that placed yet. Neither do I have the rangefinder or the radio. We also have a starboard weight offset, which means that starboard is to the right, which probably means that this one's one tick too far out. Or is it too far backwards? Well, a bit of starboard weight offset isn't going to be the biggest problem. We have some deep firing lines, though. That's fairly decent. The main belt is not quite up to my liking. I would like to have at least 13, which is already starting to become a problem. Yeah, we're gonna lower the range by 2,000 kilometers. That does not help. Okay. Scrap the idea. We'll keep this in the back burner. We need bigger docks. Like, ASAP. We don't have the money for that at the moment, but we need bigger docks. Okay, we might be able to save a bit on training. Also, can't forget to refit our ships either. Well, these should be a fairly cheap refit. When does one not need bigger docks? I know, right? Politics, we already did something there, that's good. This turn. That's all of our light cruiser fleet refits. Okay, now, finances. 15 months. 15 months. Do we go for small improvement in lots of time? Or in very quick? Or a big improvement in a long time? Like, this will take 2 full years, but technically, by weight and time, it is more efficient. Because in 14 months, we get half the improvement that we get over here. Or 30 months. I think I want to go for the big build. Should be able to leave it at this for a few turns. We are overdrawing a balance, but that's fine. Our fishermen complain that they are getting harassed by Russian Empire's military ships in every possible way. The government asks you how to respond. Send an official protest. Send a naval squadron to protect the fishermen. Ignore. Send an official protest. Okay. Alright. Still don't have an agreement with anyone. Which is a bit unfortunate. Improve the relations with the British again. Seems to have worked since our prestige has gone into the positive again. Alright, building new ships. Some navy is remodeling. Big time. Now I'm gonna quickly try to get out of the negative balance and then stop for the day, I'm guessing. Now this does mean that we're gonna have to bide a few years of time until the big docks are completed. Multiple expansion steam engine 2, that's actually really good. That is legitimately good. Good, good. Because this will take a while. While we're doing this, the shipbuilding capacity should... Actually, we might... Okay, hang on. I have a better idea. We will not go for the cross deck immediately. Oh, great. I guess we will not be doing any ship designing right now, because we cannot. I think that is a call to just end it for today, because I wanted to end it in like a few minutes anyway. And the next time we load the save file, it should fix itself, because it's just a bug. It's a weird little bug that sometimes uploading tower just stays there and you can't do anything about it. Hey, look, our attack into Congo has failed. What a surprise. Still gonna probably try to improve relations with France, just to keep us from getting to war. Because that would be annoying. And, you know, lower the monthly balance to a 0. Very nice. That seems good, seems good. I'll just keep doing that with the British, who are about to go to war with Austria-Hungary. Interesting. Not sure what happened there, but something happened there. Kerosene engines for submarines. That's something I haven't heard before. Okay, okay, okay. People are taking up arms everywhere, rebelling against their masters. I think one more turn and then we're negative or plus minus 0. Actually, a little bit into the plus. Despite the fact that we're building a massive improvement of our docks. Well, well, well. Except that the AI is currently constructing new ships, so this is actually taking a while to load. I'm gonna guess it's the Russians because they just discovered 2 technologies. Also, I just realized that apparently, in around about the middle of Germany, like Heartland Germany, there's some oil. There's at least tech that's worth redesigning your whole fleet for. I don't know, but I only see that one of them is a mine hunter kit. So, if you redesign your destroyers and stuff for that, maybe? Apart from that... Oh, okay... 2 superimposed mounts for large guns. That means we can outfit 2 Bamettes. Let me see. 8,000 ton light cruiser. Actually, it could be Russia and Japan. Improved relation with the British again. Maybe we can actually get into the plus today, though unlikely. So, we could... Oh man, I'm actually kind of annoyed at the fact that our shipbuilder is just bugged out now. Because there's so many potential ships that we can build. Like, the first dreadnoughts. But, hey, it is what it is. At the moment, we will actually have to wait for money anyway, because we don't have that much. I actually have a plan what we do with the Heimdalls then. Because they aren't great, they're also entirely obsolete and extremely slow. Cruiser scouting force. 1,000 ton destroyer. That doesn't help me, I need a new destroyer hull. Actually, 1,000 ton? That didn't work out. Because I could actually build this like small dreadnoughts. But anyway, I'm gonna save here. Overwrite this, please. It does actually just save, but you know. And then I shall end my stream in a second, after I decide who to raid and proceed to raid someone. So give me just a moment. I know that there's some people that are currently streaming, like multiple. I don't really care for Star Wars myself, I have to admit. I also realized, though, that Verugi's computer is sometimes... They are a great person, don't get me wrong, but the quality of the stream sometimes is not the greatest. I'll send you over there to Verugi. However, do keep in mind what I said. The stream quality is not the greatest. At times. I shall call my stream an end for the day, though, and be back tomorrow with some Hitman. That's it. I'm stupid. Couldn't think of the name for a moment there. Anyway, have a good night, and see you tomorrow, hopefully. Have a good night. Bye.